Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode here on the 404 Not Found technical server. So it's been quite a long time again. I'm really sorry about that. My real life is very busy, so I've not had much time at all to just do Minecraft in general. So I've been quite inactive overall. I've not been the only one that's been active here on the server. The server overall has been quite inactive for the last month or two. Everyone's quite busy. A lot of the members are really busy at the moment. So really the only people who are active at the moment are me, Easy, and DH, which is a bit of a shame, but it is just what it is. People's personal lives are much more important. That being said, though, we are still accepting applications to the server. So if you're interested in the sort of stuff we do, you like technical Minecraft, and you have a good technical Minecraft ability, or you're a builder, then feel free to join the Discord and apply. Anyway, enough of the sort of admin little things. We're going to get straight into what we're going to be looking at today, and it's going to be a bit of a break from the tree farm district, that sort of stuff. I did get a little bit burnt out on it, so I just need to have a bit of a break from it. And instead, we're going to look at a project that we have been working on since January, and the reason it's taken so long is just, well, you know, we've been doing other projects as well. Going to and from things, and we also had to do a lot of preparation for it. So this is the perimeter that we have for this particular project. So as you can see, the wall is very interesting. It is a gradient pattern, very similar to, well, it's very similar, completely inspired by the Cycraft's perimeter for their obsidian farm, for their Guardian farm. And Sparky was the one who developed the machines, the flying machines, and the randomizer and all the other stuff to do this particular gradient from the start pattern all the way to this lighter pattern. And then the floor, we've just got slabs here so that we didn't have to have two layers for this perimeter. We just used slabs instead. Thought we'd try something a bit different. And yeah, I think it worked out pretty well. And you're probably also thinking, what the hell is this thing here with this massive update suppressor and all these obsidian portals? So it's not what some people might have initially assumed, like a ELL mob farm or something like that. But no, it's not that at all. We're not planning on doing an ELL mob farm, at least not until a future version. Probably only 1.18 because 1.19 got rid of update suppression. It's very similar because this is going to be a mob farm, but it's actually sliced portals we need. So we need to get rid of all of this frame here. So here we've got one bit that's already sliced, a load of sections that was already sliced by Easy. If once we remove this, we'll be able to have our spawning spaces up here, which will then down accelerate the mobs into the nether. So yeah, that's what it is. It's a down accelerating mob farm. And I'll sort of show you another thing that's going to happen here. So we do get zombified piglins spawning in the portals still, so we need to kill them. So we have the turtle eggs, luring them in here, and then go onto the rows, and then they'll die. And we don't collect any of the drops or anything like that. We just let them despawn because there won't be that much entities produced by this, so it's not a light concern. And they'll eventually, they'll eventually despawn. And with regards to the mob farm, all the entities get through into the portals anyway, so it's not too bad. Let's have a quick fly around so we can actually see this sort of massive array. So yeah, we've got to do it quite a few times. That's why we have all these long arms. So we've got to do this section, then this section, then this section, and then yeah, you get the idea. As for the gradient, let's have a look at how it changes as you go all the way around. So from here, it's really a bit darker. You go this way, it gets lighter, and as you turn the corner as well, it gets lighter still. And once we get to the very end of the perimeter over here, it's the lightest gradient you can get, so there's no dark blocks at all, and then it slowly gets darker again. And once we get to the end, you see, but basically repeating what happened on the other side where it got lighter, but in this case we're obviously going towards the darker side. And there we go, we're back at the end, back at the beginning. So it's basically the same sort of, like, it goes all the way around the gradient, changes that way, it gets lighter that way, and it also gets lighter this way. So it's a pretty cool gradient. Sparky worked on this for months. He did the entire perimeter himself, blowing it, literally all of it. So the trenches, the perimeter, with the wall eater, and then doing the floor, and then doing the walls. It was all him. So he also added an extra bit in here, which he didn't have to do, but it really helps to sort of blend this in. He's got basically massive sandstone stairs, blending it in to the environment. So well, it's not quite stairs, but you know, blocks in a staircase fashion to make it look like it's part of the environment, which is really nice, a really good touch. But yes, so that's this project. This is the down-accel mob farm project. It's not quite like my other down-accel mob farms that I've published on the channel, where you just down-accelerate the mobs and they then die just on the ground, and we have minecarts picking them up. Didn't want to do that. We wanted to go a bit faster. So the final rates of this farm is 290k drops per hour, and that's more than quick enough for what we want. And also, this farm will actually break, and well, it won't break. It will just be not as quick in any regard once we update to a future version, because of the whole bedrock changing to deep slate change that it did with regenerating all the chunks down to negative Y levels. That will cause this farm to get slower, but we knew that anyway. We're just going to go ahead with it anyway because we want to have a decent mob farm before we update anyway, because we don't have a decent mob farm. We literally just have a starter mob farm that we had from the very beginning, like the first month of the server. So we want something a bit better. And we'll stock up on all the mob drops we need, and then when we're doing the future version and we're low on the mob drops, then we'll start working on an updated one. The overall design of this was done by me. The update suppressor itself was done, then that entire setup was done by Easy. He's basically our resident update suppression expert, so he's the one that tackles all this sort of stuff. He was the one that tackled the update suppression that we had to do for all the portal slicing for the raid farms, and he's doing the same here. So thank you so much, Easy. It wouldn't be possible without you helping. After I recorded that clip, me and Easy started work on slicing more of the portals. Easy will now show how to actually slice these portals with this particular setup we've got. Apologies if the audio for Easy is quite quiet. For some reason I couldn't pick him up very well, so whilst I'm editing this I'll try to get it as loud as possible without it hurting everyone's eardrums, but if it is a bit quiet, I'm really sorry, but you should be able to see exactly what to do anyway with the setup from just watching what Easy does. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Also now, spare stuff.
Yeah, there's some stuff here. You don't need much, you only need rails and redstone blocks. For the suppression bit, the suppressor is charged. And I suppose you're gonna be editing this a lot, right?
Just realised I'm going to be in the way if I stand there.
Oh, you won't.
I'm just going to spectator.
Yeah, it's all fine. Oh god.
Nice.
My game sounds are gone. That's lovely. That worked. Good.
And basically just repeat and make sure that the block will power the rail.
Can't really make sure that will power the rail, you're just moving it forward so the rail gets butted. The one in your place.
Yeah.
So right now, when I break the block, gonna place this rail, it's suppressed, and then I move the redstone block 2 blocks forward.
2 blocks forward, right, okay.
So that it would power the portal rail and this rail in the middle.
Yeah.
And well, after that it's just general portal slicing. It's funny how when you break that update's first block, it doesn't actually increment your scoreboard.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then after you suppress these rails update, when you click on them.
Right, okay. And then you can just go ahead and go break the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, you place it, and next one is 5 blocks. Well, you can move it 1, but if you move 5 blocks, then it will also power these rails here. And then
Right, okay.
that's the later.
Okay, so basically...
Easy way to know.
Right, okay, so basically 5 blocks
Easy
in
way to
between
know
sections of portals, but then once you've like gone onto the next part of a portal in a section, it's 2 blocks.
It's like between it's 2 rails, and then it's 5 blocks.
Yeah,
5
yeah,
rails.
Yeah, yeah.
Easy way to know where to place the block is 2 blocks from the previous portal. Like if you look at it,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yep, I shouldn't, but no,
Uh,
that's good.
Yeah, you haven't,
I haven't sliced it yet. And then the process continues.
Yep, and then we're going to do this all the way along, and for the other 3 sections as well. But it's not that, doesn't take that long really. It's fairly quick.
Yeah, suppression is the quick part.
Yeah, that's the easy bit. The hard bit's going to be mining all the top parts of the obsidian away. Okay, so that was how we were slicing all of these portals. There was one thing that I didn't show, which is how to set the arms when you move from one side to another. So here we have a disconnected arm going along this first section of the portals. Usually, if you wanted this to update suppress to this side, you need to have this rail connected to this rail, connected here. So you got a rail here, so that the updates will be sent along. And then up here, there's also a rail meant to be on this block there. So to disconnect, you just remove them. To connect, you add them. And as you can see, we have completely sliced all of the portals. So they're all one layer, which is exactly what we needed. And now all we need to do is remove the suppressor and move the top obsidian blocks, which are going to be quite painful to get rid of, I think. We might try removing it using lag, similar way that you do to remove bedrock using lag, and should be able to work. So if there's time at the end, I will show doing that, and yeah, hopefully that will speed things up a little bit. I will also show you what we've currently done with the nether side. So this is just the nether side, so we've got carpet that goes back to the spawn over there. We're on the other side of the mob switch actually, so the mob switch is beyond those carpets there. It's what random or sharp he placed just nearly a year ago now actually. So this is where we decided to build the down-accel mob farm, mainly because it was one of the only closer deserts we had. And down here we have a mined out 7x7 chunk hole. So it needs to be 7x7 chunks because it's going to get chunk loaded out. It doesn't have to be 7x7, could have gone smaller, but we've done a whole decoration for it, which was designed by Griffin, and then the storage system and killing system and all the other stuff was done by me. So we decided to go with the 7x7 chunk hole in the end, just so we could accommodate some decoration. Now unfortunately my frames are really suffering at the moment due to the heat in the UK. It's currently about 36 degrees, and so my computer's struggling a little bit to actually cope, so hopefully it gets a bit better once I've landed. And anyway, so yeah, just a big hole which is going to get fully decorated up with walls and everything, so it'll be one of our nicest looking places on the server. And yeah, there's also a fortress over there, but yeah, the hole here sits in the corner, yeah, or just about the corner of the central chunk. So I'm thinking of removing all the bedrock here in the central chunk, so that we have a nice sort of hole in the centre so that we can get in and out easily. Not entirely sure how we're going to get up and down properly yet, so of course we need to get up and down to get to the bottom here to get to the storage. We also need to get to the overworld side without being connected to the portal. So the portal that's up there will connect to the portals in the farm, so that needs to go. And then there'll be a portal up here which will allow us all the mobs to drop down, and then it's probably going to have to be a portal on the edge of the walls, which allows us to go to the overworld. So anyway, I'm thinking of getting rid of the central trunk anyway, because that hole there is slightly bugging me, knowing that it's like really off center. That's the nether side. Okay, I'm here under temporary storage, or TS, and just going to show you some of the things that DH has been up to recently. So as I said at the very beginning, we've not got that many active players anymore, and a lot of the full members are just busy in real life, so they'll come back when they can. But we have had a lot of trials throughout the last year, and a lot of them either just lost interest or they had applied to several different servers and chose a different server, usually the bigger servers that have got more people and more progress, which has meant that we've not been able to keep some people when we wanted to. There's also been cases of, you know, genuine trials we've had who have not turned out how we thought they would, or it's been in the best interest of both parties for them to not continue playing on the server with us. Yeah, we always meant to grab their items back off them so that we could you know, reuse them, because there's a lot of items that can get used up if you have a lot of trials, but we never did. So DH has recently just gone ahead and regathered all of that stuff. So using carpet mod, just spawned in the players as bots, empty the inventories, and we used the special command to empty the end chests as well. So we got everything from them. So it's just an example of some stuff. So one person had sugar box of enchanted apples, for example. A lot of these blue boxes are welcome to 404, which is what we give to new trials when they join the server. And I'm gonna actually you know, have a look through and see what I could take for myself, mainly netherite armor stuff. So for example, there's some netherite armor which I could take. I've never bothered with netherite stuff. Here I could, you know, it's a bit of free for all. So basically up to me, Easy and DH to have our pickings at a lot of this stuff here. At least when it comes to armor, but the other stuff will probably just get thrown back into our storage system. Quite a lot of stuff that we got back from people. So yeah, including stuff like slime blocks and observers. You know, these sort of things are really useful because you know, it can be quite painful to craft a lot of observers up. So getting this back is really good. And same with honey blocks. We're really low on honey blocks at the moment, so knowing that we've got a bit more back is really good. Yeah, there's another one. More spruce logs. We're not low on logs. We've got tons of dark oak, but nice to know we've got some. Sand we're never going to be low on. And yeah, that's just a load of redstone stuff. This is, you know, really good. I'm getting all this back. There we go. I've got netherite armor now. I also got the chest piece. I put it on, got the achievement. Didn't record that, but yeah, I've also got all of the netherite tools now. I need to rename this from LOL not back 2 to, I don't know, just something more interesting. Now to talk about what Easy has been up to for basically the last few months. So I've shown this area before, which is not much. It's just the end portal and nether portal. This is the end portal we're going to use to as our central point for our main storage, and our main storage is well, it's pretty much done. We've got it done in making creative now. It's been tested. Easy says it's all good. Just got a few other things we're going to add to some utility stuff, but other than that, it's pretty much ready to go. So one of the things that I've done is just start getting the filters. So at the moment there's only one chest full of filters, and this is for the chest tool, and it's not that much. I've only got a few of the items, and it's not even one side of one of the chest tools, but I did this in a couple of hours, and so after that I stopped once I needed to take a break, and yeah, and then I can continue this as well later down the line. But yeah, so collecting what we need for the chest tools. For the chest tools we need 2 of each item for the filters. I'm not sure if we need 2 items specifically for the filters, or if we need 2 items to have one for the filter and then one to actually have to place it in the storage itself, so we know what's what. I didn't ask Easy about that, but I'm sure Easy will watch this and then comment that down, so I won't ask. I'll just do as I'm told, which was get 2 for chest tools and get a stack for, or also 2 stacks for the main for the bulk items. Anyway, that's that. I need to move this actually, because we need to do some extra prep for this area. So we spent a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time, on this perimeter. This perimeter is 1.4k by 1.4k, and we spent a very long time getting all the concrete and all the glass for it. So this glass was got from the glass factory, and all the other stuff, so all that work that we did for that was mainly for this and for future perimeters. But yeah, we did a lot of this way before 1.18 did the whole perimeter change where, you know, y = 5 bedrock and below gets converted into deep slate. and it then goes down into the negative y, so it extends the world down there. Unless you remove the bedrock, and there's void there, it won't replace it. So yeah, that was a change that really annoyed us, mainly because of how inconvenient it is, not necessarily just down to we don't think it's a stupid decision on Mojang's part. It's just very inconvenient. So yeah, we did all this work, and this perimeter will become obsolete in a future version, and we don't want to really, have to do another main storage and another perimeter and all the other stuff. We want to actually reuse this. So some of the work we need to do is to actually now remove all of this glass and black concrete, and then remove all the bedrock underneath it. But really, first of all, what we're going to do before we even build up main storage is remove a load of the bedrock underneath it, because it's going to be really painful to remove once the storage is in place. So I've got to get a schematic of the main storage, or at least get the dimensions of it, and then we need to blow up the square using some flying machines or a TNT or some 3D TNT duper. But yeah, and then we're going to remove the bedrock. So that's the next bit of prep we need to do. I will move this back to underneath TS. So this is out of the way. Going to have to probably cover this up as well so that it doesn't blow up from TNT. And that's really it in terms of what we're going to do for that. So yeah, go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I have created a outline for where we need to break all the bedrock. So this is a 11 by 11 chunk sort of square that we need to remove in order to get the void, the complete void bit for just underneath the main storage. So this block here is in the corner. So here we're in a different chunk, and here we're in the last chunk. So this will be void, and then this bit here will be the overhead. So the overhead for the bedrock breaker is 12 on this side, 12 on that side, 8 on this side, and 8 on the other side as well. So I did say earlier that, or I think Alisa did say, that we would only remove the bedrock here for now and then do the rest later. Probably will void only this bit, just so it's prepped for when we update, and the rest of it we'll just remove using world eaters, and we'll go down to bedrock, and we probably won't void it further down there. We'll just have a void bit in the middle below main storage, and then the rest of it will be just normal perimeter really. But yeah, so it'll be very similar to how we extended this perimeter, but we'll just have to do it again with the other bits with world eaters. It's pretty much be the exact same effort as voiding, if you voided this now, all of it. So we think it's probably better to do it that way. But yeah, we're still not 100% certain on exactly how we'll do it. So at the very least, we're removing the middle. So yeah, so that's that. Now we just need to actually remove it. I've already built up the 3D duper, so I'll just quickly show you the 3D duper. Okay, so I've built up the three-way duper, and it was really simple to build up. Really simple. So this is a design by Euler, I believe. I'll put a link in the description to the technical Minecraft archive. Oh, is it the slime? No, it's the Slimestone archive, I think. And you can get it from there. So yep, so really simple. And all the way over here, you have the return station bit, which is literally just 1x4 blocks, super simple. And then over here we have the obsidian block. So yeah, so that obsidian block will block the stop this from moving any further forward once it's done. So don't have to make sure I log on to stop it in time. But even if that is to happen, it does go a bit longer, then it's not the end of the world, because we're going to remove a lot of this anyway. Okay, so I've made a backup on the server and now ready to actually launch it. I forgot to say as well that I've covered up the main main end portal over there, and turn off the nether portal as well. It would break anyway from the TNT, but I'm just playing on the safe side. Anyway, so to launch it, all I do is put a block in front of this server. There we go, and I'll remove that now because it's not needed. There we go, cool. It's removing the concrete and glass. It's also removing some of the stone, which is fine as well. Anyway, right, let's let this run overnight and throughout the day, and we'll look at it tomorrow. Okay, so the duper is finished. It says got rid of the entire area we need, which is 11 by 11 chunks, and the overhead area. It's also got rid of a lot of the stone in between. I think nearly all of the stone in between. It's just these liquids that are in the way. Probably going to have to remove those too. But yeah, it's also removed a little bit extra as well aside the overhead, which is what we need, otherwise the machine will get stuck. But yeah, that's basically it, not much more to say than that. Re-enabled the portal and unblocked it, so I just need to remove this duper and the return station, and then actually build up the bedrock breaker. And I believe we have all the pistons we need anyway, because we did a load of work towards crafting a load. Well, I say Easy did a couple of months ago when we were doing the Nether perimeter project, which has also sort of grounded to a halt because not been enough people to work on it, and we've all been thinking about other projects to do. So yeah, so anyway, we'll just grab the pistons from out and reuse them for this, because otherwise they're just going to sit there and not be used at all for a while. Unfortunately, that is all I've got time for in this episode. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll get some more regular episodes coming back out again. I'm going to try and sort of change up how I play the game rather than focusing on one project 100% completely at a time. I'm going to sort of interchange between different projects as I do them. So at the moment I'm switching between doing the main storage stuff in the survival and getting this project done in survival too. So yeah, so I got burnt out just, continuously focusing on the tree farm stuff, so I'll come back to that eventually, but probably not for a while, not until we at least need it maybe. But if you did enjoy this episode, please give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I hope to see you real soon. Bye bye.